This is day 4 of my little experiment and day 1 of National Poetry Month. I I wanted to share one of my first written poems and first published poems in response at that time to 9/11, and it was an effort on my part, although I definitely would not have, or at least I don't think I would have at that time expressed it like this. But it was an effort on my part to give shape to understand, and then to give shape to what I was feeling, as opposed to or as separate from the collective or social response, right? And I have, I heard from some people, a lot of my students, a lot of people on Facebook and friends who, this is a trying time for a lot of people. This is a stripping down process. What do we do now in this new, hopefully only temporary experience that we're going through? And how do we make sense of this liminal space between rupture and reincorporation? What do we do with this middling space? And for some, I've talked about the grief experience, or just the difficulty of living together with people that we love without the ability, our old coping strategies, the ability to escape or to do whatever we might do to avoid interacting with one another. So anyway, I wrote this. I was working at a job that I despised at the time. It was 8 to 5, and it just stripped me of my energy. And I thought I would do more for the world, more service to the world, by writing. And so I was writing a novel, but I didn't have enough space to do that, or at least I didn't think I did, by getting up and leaving by 7 and getting home by 6. So I'd go out by the riverbank at the Willamette River in Portland, near where I was working, and try, on nicer days, try to sit out on the bench there and write a poem per day. And this came right after 9/11, near the cottonwoods, on a grayish day. Memorandum. I will name my daughter Memorandum, call her Memo for short, and she will grow up to be a mute. I will name my daughter Doctor, and I will name my charming son Attorney at Law, and my daughter will only hope to become a dancer, and my charming son a painter of nudes. We live in a privileged nation, which means that when disaster befalls us, we print up t-shirts. But when the cottonwoods begin to moan, when they crack and split, when the water moves along the water, I will be there then, with my sticky notes and paper clips, to separate the leaves from the leaves into yellow and brown and orange and grief.